Okay. Oof. We're not doing so good over here today, guys. Went to sleep. The kid woke up at like 3 a.m. screaming, scared the living hell out of me last night. I thought a neighbor was screaming for help. Like, it's my kid because she got a cramp. Thank you for the fave. Give everyone a couple minutes to get here. If they don't show up in a couple minutes, I'm going back to bed. Like a Charlie horse or like a leg cramp. And you could see it in her leg. I gave her a shot of pickle juice and made her chug some water and put a what are those called? Like the salon paws on her leg to help relax the muscles. Well, you guys gotta remember, like, she's not used to being active like this, right? The kid went from a couch potato to school, plus marching band, plus all her other. I mean, she's got something almost every day after school, if not two things some days, right? Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not doing good today, okay? If I take off, just keep talking. I will be back, okay? But my acid reflux is, I haven't eaten anything. I've only drank a couple sips of water. So I'm hoping I'm okay. And we can keep it down. It tends to only be after I eat. All right, stats. Get Jay in the box of the introduction, guys. And we're going to go over a few show rules. If you're just tuning in, hi, I'm Silly Lily. This is Lessons Learned. Give me a couple minutes. Let's get this intro done. I eat, just not when I feel him to puke. It's what defeats the purpose. That's a new one. Good morning. Yeah, okay. I thought it was me for a minute. Hello, hello, hello. Honey. If you can get the sound, I'll start it over because the song is my favorite part. Well, I mean, I definitely like the. I feel like I got hit by a truck and was stuffed at the bottom of a garbage bag and stuck my finger in a socket. That's kind of what I'm feeling like. But thank you. I'm on like a whole level of Hot Mess Express. Look, some days it's worse than others. I don't know. My kid's freaking out, wants me to go to the doctor, but I went through this as a teenager and there's nothing there to do. So we just suck it up, buttercup. And try not to wipe the little bit of makeup I put on off my face. Dude, I'm so bummed about the song. This is me not feeling good, Fred. I've got, so pretty much it's like acid reflux on drugs because you've acid reflux, right? So the gurgles and bubbles and you could take some Tums and calm it. My problem is I can't stand Tums or I can't, the texture, the any of it I can't do. So when I get gurgly, there's a valve at the end of all of our esophagus, right? Food goes down, valve opens, food goes through, valve closes. Eat food, food goes down esophagus, leaves the esophagus, valve opens, food clears, valve shuts. I ain't got a shutty valvey thingy at the bottom, if that makes sense. Good morning, guys. Sorry, I'm explaining my sickiness. All right. Q and Q, where to go? Good morning. That's not the one we did today. All right, life is either a glorious adventure or nothing. I'm sorry. Those are going to come out too because we're trying to get through this show and not throw up, Stabby. All right. Life is either a glorious adventure or nothing. Simple enough, right? You're going to take life and you're going to have an adventure of a lifetime or not. My 20s, I didn't have much of a life. I wasted it. So, sitting here now, the question asks me, what adventure would you like to undertake next? So if you're just tuning in, we do Q and Qs, right? Life is either a glorious adventure or nothing. What adventure would you like to undertake next? Hello, hello. You want to go to the World Series? Seeing as much of the world, that's where I'm at, Lucky Charm. I want to travel more. I want to leave the States. I've never left the States. I've been as low as Texas and as far west as California, and I've been as far east as Massachusetts. So, like, I've never been to Canada. I'm only like an hour and some odd minutes from the border, too. Regino, hello. We're going to see how that... You see how, like, even my jaw shakes because I know what could come swallowing this drink. Okay. Couple quick rules, and then we'll have our first guest get in the box. Papa Bear's ready. I see him down there. I can't wait to hear about his adventures, which is why I know he's not answering in the comments. No cussing, no gracias, no drinking, smoking. Kind of more or less make it like this is like, you know, like a PG Disney thing. You know, you have to be careful of the words you use. You know what I mean? And as far as, and that goes for everybody. And then as far as in the comments, if you're negative, rude, or disrespectful, you will be removed from my live. And once you're out, you're out. I don't unblock people. So be nice, be kind, just be good humans. It's kind of easy, right? If this show was easy, for those of you who may not fully understand the point sitting in the back, everybody would be lined up to do it. But it's not an easy show. Okay, let's see. I want you guys to hear this. This is my favorite part, and then I'll cut out my...
Took a tumble, hit the ground, learn to stand when no one's round. Life's a game of lost and found. Don't let the waves make you drown. Oh, talk is cheap, but scars don't lie. Gotta fall to learn to fly. May your tears all run dry. Sun will shine after the sky. Lessons learned and bridges burned. Life will twist and then you'll turn. Don't regret the times you yearned. Every page is where you learn. Chased the shadows, lost my way. Found my heart in disarray. Broken dreams had lots to say. built my kingdom from the clay. Oh, be patient is where you learn.
I'm coming. I forgot my bearded dragon was in the bath, and I was supposed to put him under his heating lamp before the show. Oh, luckily the water was still warm and we're all good. Thank you. Hello, welcome. Sorry, that was I don't usually give him baths, but he's shedding and he looks really itchy this morning. Okay. All right, Papa Bear, you ready? Whew.
Ooh, that's fun.
I'm not allowed to acknowledge the gifts during this show, but I can't help it. Thank you, Katie. Oh, Malanta. Papa Bear, how was your trip?
It was phenomenal. It was a great, great, great trip. I got to, for those who don't know, I went to the Philippines and I got to meet several of my streaming friends from over there, including my best friend. And it was a trip 3 years in the making.
Oh, wow.
And that's why I picked persistence as my lesson learned, but I modified a little bit in my head. It's persistence plus patience.
Yeah, I'm persistent. It's that patience part that I struggle with.
It really is. It really is like, you got to keep pushing on, keep trying, keep doing your best to make it happen.
Yeah, but I want it now.
And the time will, it'll happen when the timing is right.
Exactly.
So it's like I said, every time I tried to go to the Philippines, every time I intended to go to the Philippines, something would come up. Yes.
My dog.
I know. Something would come up. My house needed repair. My daughter needed help moving. I got COVID. Something always happened. And then finally, I was like, "Wow, I can't perceive anything getting in the way. I'm just going to make plans." And told work, "This is the time frame I'm going to be gone." Started looking at tickets. Got my ticket. Told work exactly when I'd be gone. It's like, wow, it's happening.
It's happening.
And it was great. And plus I planned it around my birthday because I went to the Philippines in tropical season. I mean, typhoon season.
She gave you some cool coin. Was it coins? Like money coins? Or like collectible kind of coins?
No, these are the coin in this coin purse, which is a kind of a neat gift. It says, I'm going to say it wrong, Boracay. And when you give a wallet or a coin purse to somebody in the Philippines, you have to start it with a coin.
Okay.
So I have and that's your lucky coin. Don't spend it.
Okay.
My lucky coin. Then I have the other coins I got brought back from the Philippines.
Just to keep,
just so I don't misplace and spend them.
And you'll never be broke as long as you have those coins.
Those coins aren't going to keep. Yeah, no. But what I found out, coming back from the Philippines, and my ears are starting to, activate. So I pulled into my fanny pack. I pulled out my gum in the little container of gum, those little cardboard things, which also was my little secret hiding place. Because with the gum as high as it is, you can slip money behind the gum and nobody can see it unless they're looking for it. Okay. So I have my little secret gum hiding place. And as I'm flying back, I'm like, this feels heavier than normal. Oh, wait. There's pesos still in there.
No. Well, it looks like you have to go back and visit so you can spend your pesos, right?
That's what one of my friends said. It's like, oh, you're all set for your next trip. I've got I think it's like $70 or $75 worth of pesos here.
Hey, that is no converting it. You hold it till you go back. That's reason enough in my head for another vacation there. Come on now.
Well, plus if I was going to convert it, since it's under $300, I'd have to pay a fee, which then I could convert $300 into pesos and then take this 75 or 4,000, blah blah. But That's a lot of
That's
work.
too much work. That's too much work. Just take another trip.
That's the plan. Is I just have to look at the schedule and figure out when would be a good time. I think the next time might be when it's sunny out. I didn't check out any beaches. It rained almost every day I was there.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks. You know what? I wouldn't mind going to like there's quite a few places overseas in the smaller islands that I'm genuinely I'm only used to what I know. And I'm learning that there is so much in life. Yep. I'm learning that there's days that I am beyond grateful for what I have. And then there's days that I'm jealous because of what I don't have. Right. And I want to see what else is out there. I want to see what's around the world. Like, because I know sitting here in my situation as a single mom with a kid, like I'm pretty lucky to have a place and I'm solid and it's nothing fancy, but it's our home. Right. Yep. And there's some folks somewhere right now, especially this day and age, that they're running just to stay alive.
Yeah, no, I get it. Easy. Well, and the other thing is, where I was going to go with this is the good thing about this trip being typhoon season is I wasn't thinking like typical tourist, like, oh, let's go to the beach, let's go to the. It was like, here are the people I want to meet when I'm here. Yeah. And that was literally the main focus of the trip, was getting to see the people in person who I've only known virtually.
Right, right.
And so I got to spend the first few days bookended with Icy Doll, who streams here sometimes, and she's got kids, and they were so cute because every time I said something correct in Tagalog, they'd be like, "Yay!"
That's awesome. Well, and I know just from talking to you on the show that your BFF over there has been nothing but a godsend and amazing and patient and all kinds of things. So I know meeting her had to be phenomenal.
It really was phenomenal. It was the best. It was the best part of the trip was getting to meet her in person, and that was great. And yeah.
What does the balut egg taste like?
The balut. You know what?
I couldn't do it. You were the second person I seen do that in a week or two. I could.
Well, I wasn't even sure I was going to be doing it because it was that was part of the cool thing about the trip too, was the first few days. The second day I was there, I went with Icy and her family to go to her extended family for an event. And so it was a traditional sort of like, hey, hanging out with the Filipinos and eat Filipino food and sing karaoke. And they're like, oh, my uncle, he sells balut, so we're gonna have balut. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm good for it. And then we get there and say, he didn't sell today, so we're not having balut. I'm like, okay, that's okay. I'll save it for my BFF. And then they come out, oh no, he made balut after all. It's like, okay, I'm having balut today. So
I think that I could have done the intestines before the balut.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I think I did the intestines before the balut, but it might have been the other way around.
You did well. Okay, if you post, hold on, because I've been stalking your TikTok. If it's according to when you posted, you did the balut first.
The balut went up first because the balut went up first because I figured it'd be the one that would get the biggest reaction.
Gotcha.
I don't even remember. I'd have to look at my phone and see when I recorded them. And
either way, the intestines they were so like little. It was like it almost just looked like a meaty licorice.
Yeah, wow, that's an interesting description. I was gonna say
it
yarn. It
looked like licorice, but it was meat,
Meaty licorice.
Meaty licorice. I could do that. I don't think that I could do the balut though. Like,
and the balut, I didn't really even taste.
It's a face for me. I never eaten a face of nothing before.
Yeah, well, then don't have. I think it's sisig, which is like they use parts of the pig's face and when they make it. But
look, if I can't see the face and I don't know it's the face, that's different. But to just be like, let me eat your whole head, I can't do it.
So, but going back to the balut, it was you take the egg and you crack the top.
I know you do. It's just my
I know but it was
Well,
like,
it's Lily problems.
yeah. Thank you though, Icy, for clarifying for everybody. She's talking about the chicken intestines on that post, not the balut. Balut, take the egg. It's the one we had was about 17 days old, I'm told. You crack the top, take off the top, and you can see the baby duck.
I know, I've watched y'all do it twice.
I'm describing this to someone who's got acid reflux.
Yeah, but I haven't eaten and I've only had 2 sips of my Celsius, so we're okay still.
So then you put vinegar and some salt in the egg, and then you drink that, and then you peel a little bit more, and then for me it wasn't like, I did that, and the feather part just feather part just rolled down my throat. It was like, oh, okay, that was easy. And the rest is just like a hard-boiled egg.
I could eat around the balut part of it, I guess. I mean, I know that's what y'all call it, but like, it's the head, man. I don't think I can eat the head.
I got it. And not everybody.
Let's see its little beak. It's looking at me.
Little feathers.
I mean, look, I eat eggs. I eat chicken. I don't know why this would be so hard for me, but I think it would.
But our meat is so sanitized here, and I don't in a positive way. Because when I say sanitized, it's because we're so removed from the process of the food that we eat, the meat that we eat, that we can kind of like imagine like, no, chicken comes from like a magical place where there's no heads or feet or wing. Yeah,
I think I'd have to just be like, all right, surprise dish. All right, Icy, Zell, and just that'd be it. And then I probably would be okay. But y'all like, I couldn't do that whole. Oh look, there's its beak part.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do the liquid. Like, I think Zell would have to just pop the whole egg in and that would be it. Because I imagine, so a balut, for those of you that don't know, is like a little over 2-week-old chicken, but it's not hatched. It's still like in the egg developing. They're good for you. It just, for me, it's something very out of my ordinary. But again, I eat eggs. I eat chicken. So the only thing I could think is because it's it's very common over in other countries like the Philippines, and I think, I don't want to say the wrong place. I know for sure the Philippines because that's where you had it.
Asia, yeah.
I mean, and they would look at some of our dishes as disgusting with all of our process. At least what they're eating is natural and real and from the earth, whereas we're grabbing a box of God knows what off the shelf and shoving it in our face, putting chemicals we have no clue, slowly unaliving ourselves by what we put into our body and not even realizing it. So
and what Zell
I think I should eat the balut before I grab that food off the American shelves. But it's just like to process it and
Well, and what Zell said is accurate too. A lot of, there's a fair number of Filipinos I talk to there. They're like, balut, oh. And, so it's not like, oh, you're Filipino, you like balut. No.
Right.
So, but I brought a little bit of
crab nuts.
Crab nuts. Because I saw them and I knew they existed. I was like, okay, I got to buy those. I bought those not to eat, but simply to bring back and have as a, just something.
The bag display.
A lot of Americans who go over to the Philippines, they can go for weeks and weeks without touching any native or traditional food because there's McDonald's, there's Burger King, there's Wendy's, there's Domino's. There's
right, but even in their Wendy's and their McDonald's and their fast food restaurants, it's different than ours because they don't use the seed oils and all that stuff. Like they don't use the stuff that's bad for us. So that's why you can go to Italy, right? and you can eat pasta and pizza till your heart's content and you don't feel like poo-poo because their food's not as processed. Our body is actually able to process it because it's real food.
Yep. Well, and
Wait, what? What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say one of the things I noticed, like we went to McDonald's. I went to Jollibee my first day when I was there. I was at the airport. It's like, oh, there's a Jollibee. Let's have Jollibee.
Too. I seen that too. That rice look good.
Well, and there's so much rice for every, McDonald's has rice at their meals. Jollibee does. Burger King. It's like I'll go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and have the chicken and rice in a dish. Okay, rice is life over there. So,
and that's crazy because if we were to eat of the food that they eat over there, we would be ridiculous. Like I started using durum wheat made with the semolina. Did I say that right? The semolina seed or whatever. And I feel so much better. I've started trying to eat, and believe it or not, if y'all are gonna be buying vegetables and you're cooking them and you're not eating them raw, you're best off buying them frozen because the nutrients are preserved in it more so than the week-long shelf.
Nice. Here's an interesting bit of frozen fact.
We're talking about his vacation. He just went on vacation there.
If you freeze your loaf of bread, it lowers the glycemic index of that bread. If you freeze it and then toast it, it lowers it even more.
Really? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I was doing some research because the diet I'm on is close to vegan, as close to vegan as you can get. You minimize the added fats of any kind, and then you focus on foods that have a low glycemic index.
Right.
So like Ezekiel bread, Food for Life makes a bread, Ezekiel bread, it's from sprouted grains, as opposed to taking wheat and grinding it up and making it into a flour and then making it into a bread. They take the wheat, they let it sprout along with 6 other grains, and then they blend that up into like a mix, and then that becomes the base for the bread. And the glycemic index is great. Another little trivia thing, if you buy sugar-free candy, which is like, hey, sugar-free candy.
It's not sugar-free.
It is sugar-free. It doesn't have sugar as in cane sugar. It'll have other, some of them are like aspartame.
If there's 24 carbs, that's 12 grams of sugar. So there's still sugar in your sugar-free food.
Sugar with that. Well, and the ingredient, mostly look for like maltitol syrup or maltitol because it has a glycemic index just below 0. I mean, just below sugar, which means you might as well just be doing straight sugar because maltitol also has those wonderful side effects where, oh, excuse me, I got to go again. I had another one.
So
I had another thought.
Yes, thought.
Going through your quote earlier when you said glorious adventure, and because it was like your glorious adventure or nothing, it was like, well, what about if it's negative? That was my interpretation. Negative doesn't mean, it's only negative if it doesn't meet the expectation you had and you think it's bad. One of the things that used to get me through so many, got the wrong directions, the road was out, all those different things, or things didn't fall, the way we wanted was, it's an adventure. So we're going on an adventure. We don't know what's going to happen. We're going on an adventure. Rescued me from being really frustrated a lot of times as I was traveling, not just in the Philippines, but in life over the last 20 years. So go on an adventure. If things aren't going the way you think they should, instead of being like, it's not going the way I wanted to, it's an adventure. Let's see what we can make of it.
Yeah. All right. Let me see something real quick. Give me a 1 if you're in the comments. Real quick. I'm going to ask a question after that. I want to see how many. Okay. A whole 3 people. Everyone else is silent. I know there's other people. No, I was going to ask, and then how many of you guys have actually traveled out of country? Because I've never left the country.
That's the end of your question. How many have?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how many people have traveled internationally?
See, and I don't think that people realize what they're missing. and what else is out there, and how big this crazy world really is. And I didn't realize, obviously, until you get into the world of the TikTok, right? Just how different all these different places are.
They are, and they're also in so many ways the same.
Yeah.
You know, we are all human beings, regardless of our culture. So we're going to have differences that are cultural.
Yeah.
But we're going to have so many more similarities that are biological. The fact that we're biological.
Look, I wish that I lived in a more simple time. I wish that I lived where, you know, this is too much for me. I don't.
Eric, hook her up. Eric, if you're still here, hook her up with living off grid. There we go.
With what? Living on a prayer?
Off grid.
Living off grid. Eventually, I'm hoping to get a self-sustainable farm, but I need to meet somebody that wants to do it with me because I don't think I could do that all by myself.
It's a hat. Wow.
Hello.
All right. So here's another one.
All right, we got 3 minutes, and then we got to let Lucky Charm in.
Here's what I was thinking
This is
of.
why I make him go second usually, because we talk and talk and talk.
So when you're talking about comments people make, people are doing a great job for the most part. I'm pretty glad to see that.
Yeah.
Is you're saying the different things they should say. The acronym that always says it all for me is think. Think before you speak. Is what you said true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? I can't think of a single situation where following that is going to go wrong. But I can think of a lot of situations.
Well, I mean, there's definitely, you know, things to every situation, I think. But I see what you're saying as overall census.
No, I was going to say, in every situation, there are times we're not going to follow that because we're human beings and we operate
Well,
from
there's times we follow it, but the people that we trust don't.
And that's the piece that it comes back to for me. I'm not saying they have to follow it, but if I believe this, I'm going to follow this whether or not they do.
Yeah. But not everybody's going to follow that, you see.
But I don't always. But mostly I'm going with lead by example. And hopefully I've had people say, wow, I really enjoyed talking to you because instead of arguing with me or instead of like putting me down or blasting me, you asked me my opinion. You told me what you thought in a way that was more easily understood. So I think true, helpful, inspiring, necessary, and kind are great words to live by. So think before you speak.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. So we've only got a minute left. Tell us a little bit about your streams, when you stream, and do you have any other events coming up?
Any other events coming up? I don't think I do presently have anything else scheduled. Jay will let me know if I.
Jay, let you know. I don't know what my hair's doing.
You know, streamer, you know, you all have admins, and I'm like a guest who has, you know, Jay is like my admin.
I'm lucky to get here. I don't get to do a lot of shows because everyone does shows on the weekends and I work. Yeah.
And but other things I'm doing my best to up. I was over on Own It with that Cuban girl the other day, Tuesday, whatever, how many days ago that was. And it was upping the game was my what I want to talk about. And so I'm doing things like I'm seriously looking at my schedule between work and life and everything. Can I pick certain times that I can consistently stream? When I do stream, it's going to be music, live music and or chill chat. We'll talk about any number of things. We'll talk about all sorts of stuff. I'm a communications instructor. I'm a coach for Radical Forgiveness. I'm a musician and singer. I'm a parent. I'm a former theater artist and educator. So there's a lot of stuff we'll talk about, which is a lot of fun. And then I'll do music that's blues, folk, rock, and country. And
nice.
That's what I'll be doing. And I got my, I just got to show it off because for Christmas this year, my mom passed last October and the inheritance started, you know, coming through right around Christmas time. So I bought this, which is a carbon fiber guitar. It's got a removable neck, so it can fit in a backpack.
Nice.
So, and that's my last birthday present from my mom.
Aw. All right, Papa Bear.
There
That
we
is
go.
awesome. I appreciate you. Thank
So-
you. If you guys missed us, we touched a whole bunch of stuff there. Real quick. We talked about persistence and traveling and balut eggs and trying new stuff and foods and what's healthy and what's not. We covered a lot in that.
We're
25 minutes.
very dense in a positive way.
All right, Papa Bear. Have a good one, honey.
Okay,
Thank
honey,
you. I
Thomas.
appreciate you.
Thank you, Smoke. All right, and then
Thank you. Pop Bear's been on here quite a bit. He's awesome. Oh, all right, Lucky Charms. So I will real quick do a self-care, self-love. Drink your water, get outside. It's about to be yeeky weather where we're at. So enjoy it while it's here. Okay? Enjoy it. I'm a grandmama, y'all. Easy peasy. Yeah, all right, Brett. I'm a grandmama. All right, here you go, Lucky Charms. I think that was the last one. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you, beautiful?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for being here.
Of course. We were just
Um,
talking in my stream. It's funny how you get nervous before you do these things, but I talk about this stuff on my stream all the time. I'm just
Okay.
nervous because it's yours. Like, why?
Yeah.
Make it make sense. Hi, beautiful
I still
creatures
get
in the
nervous
comments. I see you. Love you
I
guys.
still get nervous to be on other shows, and that show for 4 years, 3.5, almost 4 years. Like, why am I nervous to be on a show? I've
Right.
shared everything I have to share with everybody. Like,
That part, like what I'm talking about today isn't much more than what I talk about all the time with my people. What's the difference? But
right,
I don't know. It's funny.
That's all
But here I
right.
am.
That's all right.
Hi.
We'll tell these folks what we'll be discussing.
So I have a lengthy, both happy and sad tale. And I've been playing with the past few days, and especially this morning, with different ideas on which way I wanted to go about it and what lesson out of all of it, because there's a lot of life lessons that come from my tale. And what I decided to end up with is try to find the beauty in things and a reason to smile, even in the darkest of times. So to tell a little about myself, my son, my oldest son, Noah, who's in the painting behind me, if you can kind of see it, battled Ewing sarcoma, which is an extremely rare bone cancer that is a pediatric cancer. He gained his angel wings in 2018. At the age of 12, he was 1 month shy of 13. So where I'm going with this is there was a lot of darkness. We had chemos. He was sick all the time. We were losing friends all the time. My 2 littles were growing up in hospital, my 2 younger littles, because I have 3 all total. We're growing up in hospitals, and all these different things. But at the same time that I could sit here and focus on all these dark times, we had a lot of beautiful stories. He became a celebrity poster kid overnight. He was on radio almost every day with all of the big name radio hosts in Detroit. He hosted the biggest rap concert in Detroit. We flew out to Los Angeles and hung out with Jared Leto in his house for the weekend. He even almost drove his truck off a cliff in the LA hills. We flew out to Atlanta and hung out with Flo Rida, and he got a freaking shoulder ride from him. So all these beautiful things. And one thing I had to learn as being a momcologist is you have to keep smiling. You can't just break down when it comes to your children like you would with a parent or a grandparent. Oh, this devastating news, start crying when you find the news. That's like a normal stances to happen. People expect those things. Your child, on the other hand, when they're telling me he's terminal, I can't just break down, start crying and be in hysterics and, oh my God, woe is me and this is the end. You gotta play your cards right. When I found out he was terminal, he was 8. He wasn't even supposed to see 10, and he made it to almost 13. It was amazing, like miraculous kid. But even while they are telling him that, he's still talking about the future. and you look at these children, and am also president of a childhood cancer charity. So I work with a lot of these children in these situations, and the resilience and good outlooks that come on these kids, no matter what devastating news gets put on them, they're still finding a reason to smile, is the biggest life lesson you can ever take with you. And I had to learn that. I had to learn to smile through the devastating news. I had to learn to still sing and dance even when we're sick and not feeling good. I had to still run through the halls and act like a goofball and do cartwheels and things to bring light to dark times. This is my lesson in the long run, is try to find the beauty in things and a reason to smile, even in the darkest of times.
Absolutely. I am so sorry for your loss, first of all.
Thank you.
I think that's every parent's like biggest fear in life, you know. I'm blessed with 2 kids, 25, about to be 25 and 15, and so far we're strong, healthy, and I don't know if I've been able to give them everything they want, but they've had everything they need, you know.
Right.
But that's one thing I try to tell her too, you know, is things don't always go away, but they'll get better, you know, like hard feelings, hard days, in time it kind of passes. Like I tell her, in time this shall pass, right? But I don't mean that you have to forgive or forget or whatever.
Or
it
whatever.
just becomes easier to handle things, right? But
it does, and that's one of the things we talk about, and that I use a lot when I'm counseling other parents that are battling, is it never, after you're losing a child, it never gets easier. It's never normal. Life is never normal again. You have to completely relearn how to live life. You have to learn how to go to grocery store and not buy the foods that they loved. You have to learn how to wake up in the morning and not go straight to their bedroom and wake them up in the morning for school, or get them ready for certain things. And all the holidays, you got to relearn not to buy their gifts and put them under the tree, and relearn how things look without them. You know, like, it's a whole, you have to literally relearn how to live life. And to bounce off what you were saying is, I'm kind of losing my train of thought a little bit.
You're okay.
Is it never gets easier, but you do learn how to live with it. You learn how to live with the pain. It doesn't stop. There isn't a morning I don't wake up and I'm like instant Noah on my mind still. It was my routine his whole life. It's always going to be a part of me.
Yeah.
But you learn to live with it so that you don't wake up in the morning and then I'm curling in a ball in tears and staying in bed all day because he's not there in the morning. You can't. I have 2 other littles to live for. I still have to smile. I still have to dance in the mornings. I still got to get them up and turn on tunes. I still have to still be mom. Thank you. Thank you to everybody down there. Don't think I'm not seeing it. I love you guys. But yeah, so you have to learn to live with the things, and you know, over time you do. It becomes easier to do it over time. 100%.
But for, you know, I mean, nobody ever expects this to happen, but let's say, you know, for those that, you know, maybe know somebody or something, what were some of the things that helped you pull yourself? Because I know that everybody's grieving processes are different and whatnot, but I guess what were some of the things that helped get you through the hardest days?
Well, one, having some of the most incredible humans around me for support. I wouldn't be here talking to you today without some of these people. No way. Especially the first few weeks, no way in hell. I was not me. That was a zombie of a human, a bitch, a cunt. I was freaking turning into everything I hate. Sorry. I was turning into everything you hate. Like, that's, and being someone who takes such pride in being a good person and was raised by my grandmother with all these morals and things and old school ways of thinking, it like I could see the ugly coming out of me. But so the biggest thing that got me through that was definitely my giant support group of, like, I had amazing humans that had me stay at their houses and pulled me through the night terrors and kept me moving every day, and down to picking me up, throwing me over their shoulders and forcing me to get in the shower. And when you have that kind of powerful group making sure you're good, it was a little bit easier for me to climb out, most definitely, than I see with a lot of the parents I try to work with that may not have that kind of support behind them.
Yeah,
And knowing his story saved lives all over the world. I had people in Pakistan messaging me. They watched Noah's story the whole time. It got them through their troubles and got them, or another man in Texas who went and got the colonoscopy finally because that he kept ignoring because he heard Noah's story. And if that can go through that, then he can go through the camera in his butt. Went and got his colonoscopy, found out he had colon cancer and saved it in time. And like all these beautiful, inspiring stories that came out of it really keep you going too.
the ripple
Most
effect.
definitely.
The ripple effect, or was yeah, ripple effect or the butterfly effect. I don't know. It's just, it's hard to talk about, right? Like I don't.
Oh, please talk. Like in the beginning, it was hard to talk. Now I love to. Now any time I can talk his story, I talk it all day long. It was the greatest thing to happen, for one, but for two, again, he saves lives. His story is an inspiration still to people today, and it's amazing, and keeps him alive.
That's an amazing outlook to have on it. I definitely love that. I love that a lot. Other than, I mean, having people, like for me, like I don't know, man. I've only lost 2 people in my life.
Oh, you're
And
very
one
blessed.
of them I was kind of close to, and then my papa. But I lost my papa. I was only 18 when I lost him, 19, I'm sorry. So like I don't even know how to deal with losing people, to be honest. And my grandmother's about to be 95. And
You
one
are
of the girls,
super blessed. That's
one of the girls
amazing.
I work with just lost her grandma. So I have been a mess because I keep thinking, like, I am 44, okay? And I don't know how to handle that because it's only been such a little part of my life, you know? And so yeah, death is
The
not my
same way we all
favorite.
do. You keep going because you have to, because you have babies you have to keep going for. You have family and friends and people that count on you. You have a show of people that love you, that want to see you every week. Like you find that way to just keep going through it. Does it suck? Yeah. Are your first few weeks gonna feel like the end of the world and like your heart sunk? Yeah. But you pull yourself out of it and keep going through it, and you find your support group and those people that you can fully trust to be that vulnerable with, and latch on. Let the that's another life lesson. Learn to let people help you, and learn to let people in, to be able to know that, you know, it's okay for you to feel bad and not just be so scared you're going to make them feel bad, and things like those were all lessons I had to learn too. I'm very prideful and I'm extremely independent, like you said, with your single mom. So I vibe with you there. I own my house. I own my car. Everything I have, I got myself. I raised my children myself. Like, I don't let people in, and I don't want people helping me either. And
Yeah,
when those situations, when that time comes, you kind of gotta. If you try to close off, that's terminal. That's when you start to downfall. The worst is when you close yourself off from others.
yeah, it's like I struggle to ask my mom to pick my kid up from band practice once a week because I'm at work, you know, and I feel bad, like I'm interfering with them, but like I can't do it. I have to work. So like I need someone to do it. So she does. She picks her up every Thursday, but I was able to get off all the other days that she needs. Kids.
That part.
But, let's see. Is there any, in case somebody will or has or knows someone, you hate to even put it out there, but is there, just so if people want this, they can, I'm gonna kind of slowly ask the question. So if you guys have a pen and paper or somewhere you want to write this down, where can they reach out? Where is you, because you said you work with families and stuff, like, whereas if somebody, you know, is sitting there and they get this crazy news, where somewhere they can reach out to if they don't have a personal circle?
Well, first thing I always say to do is Google. There's charities for everything. And the people that put these on, and people hear the word charity, and again, it's that thing like, like, no, it took me a year and a half of Noah battling before I was willing to even make a GoFundMe. And I was like losing everything from not working for chemos and things before I finally let it happen. Don't be too prideful to ask for help. Google charities for whatever you're battling, whatever demon you may be battling. Find people out there. I'm always around. You can find me socially anywhere. Shoot me a message. I'll be happy to give you guys lists of whatever you need, help you find it. Anything to do with childhood cancer, of course, reach out to me. I'm the pro. Anything cancer, even adult cancers, any of you might be battling or being scared of tests coming. I mean, there's a big, huge community of us on here, all the same age, around 35 to 45 years old, when all this stuff is now popping up. We have to get mammograms, we have to get pap smears, we have, like, all the things that we pushed aside as we were younger.
That mammogram was not as bad as some of these ladies made it sound out to be. Like, I thought for sure I was gonna come out with some squished old bitties, but like, it was uncomfortable, don't get me wrong, but people really made me think that they were gonna like mangle them in a machine. Like, I was
You got a nice nurse then, lady, because let me tell you what mine did to me.
It was more uncomfortable. I had to have my lady bits out in front of a stranger lady, but that lady's seen way more of the bits than I've ever could possibly see, even in a lot of movies, right? So like,
it's just a daily, it's nothing to her. It's no different than seeing a pen and paper to us. Like,
it's no different than me seeing your elbow to that doctor, right? Like, all of whatever I have is no different part. Am I ashamed to show you my elbow? No. Right. Get over it, right? So I only say that because, like, I know for me, is my first mammogram was I don't think I was ever been so scared, like, of any of the things that they've had to do to me. And I've had to drink some crazy things and go in a machine and they don't flip me in all these weird directions. Like, I've had a lot of tests. That was by far my scariest, and it was over, and I kind of chuckled, and she's like, "Are you all right? Are you crying?" I said, "No, I'm laughing." She goes, "Why?" I said, "Because I was so scared that you was gonna mangle my lady bits and I was gonna leave with them down to my belly button."
Yeah.
And she started laughing. I'm like, it's not that bad. Like, so you guys definitely
Mine was
the older you get, you're doing your updating, and do not come for me, my people, right now, because I know. Check with your doctors and get your regular visits. And I'm being angry because they're going to tell me you need to take your own advice. Okay, but yeah, you need a regular doctor. You need to get regular checkups. My mom found out by going for a yearly exam as a bus driver, and they did one of these. And it's like, turned out she had thyroid cancer.
Yeah, the sooner you detect it, the better. The less the hell you'll go through.
And when someone loses their thyroid, it's a very, 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 very rough path afterwards. Because that's what regulates everything. So it was a fun and interesting household for a while, but when they figured everything out and got her medicines and stuff situated, and she was healthy again and happy, it was worth all of it.
Heck yeah. It is. It's worth all of it in the end. And it teaches you a lot too. You learn a lot. Appreciate life, smile.
Gratitude.
All those things. Life, quality of life being always number one.
Yeah, I was kind of saying at the beginning, like, it's just to be more appreciative of what we have instead of focusing on the things we don't, because I mean, like you said, for a single mom, like, we're doing pretty good. Like, I don't own a house. I'm still renting, which was stupid on my half, but eventually I'll get there. I'm trying to wait for the market to drop just a little bit.
Yeah, it's horrible now. Don't now. You'll never have equity ever, because it's just going to go down from here. It's never going to go much higher than it is right now, and not in our lifetime, at least.
No.
So anything.
I would not buy right now either.
Beater
house that's run down and left on the market, and nobody wants it, but it's got to have solid foundation, because that's the only thing I don't know how to do in a house. I don't know how to do foundation.
No.
Like,
when I got lucky, I bought in 2018, right before it went up, like right before we went up. So I bought my house for $135,900, and now it's at $225,900.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
7
I got
years,
so
and
lucky.
it's like double.
So lucky. So I got 100,000 in equity right now, but if I bought right now, like I said, I'd be fucked. If I bought this house at 225, it's never gonna be worth anything more than that ever.
Yeah. Watch the cussing.
I'm sorry.
Okay. It's hard for me too. So if you guys are just tuning in, this is Lucky Charm, and she's been sharing what I it's hard for me to still kind of to say it because but we've been discussing how you lose people you love and how it's important to smile on the dark days and to still get up and dance with the kids and to be in a positive mindset even on the darkest of dark days, and then a whole bunch of other little stuff thrown in there.
700,000. It makes me want to vomit.
I don't know. I live in a shoebox with a lot of plants. Okay, like this is my life. I love my plants.
The air is probably refreshing in there, though.
Look, when COVID hit, it was pets, find me a boyfriend, or plants. I got enough pets. I am not dating. I haven't dated in 15 years, so I want plants.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to stick with till my kid graduates from high school. Then maybe I'll try to pick a guy. But until
then enjoy
then,
life. I understand completely.
I'm going to keep picking plants. Now, don't get me wrong. If the right mother trucker comes along, I'll probably be like, oh my God. But I'm going to be stubborn about it.
Yep.
All right. So let me ask, was there anything else that you would like to add to the topic directly before I ask you a little bit about who you?
Just like your NCAP, I guess. Always feel free to reach out to me if you're battling something and just need a friend or anything, or you need some advice on where to go. I have no problem doing so, ever. All my socials are in my profile. You can get a hold of me anywhere. If I don't answer you right away, please blow me up because you'll end up in the endless sea of creeps if it's been too long.
Oh God, I'm trying to explain that to people is crazy because they're like, you don't respond.
It doesn't bother me.
Like, if these people who look, when I respond back to you, that doesn't mean respond back to me in 5 seconds. Because I have no intention on responding back to you for like another 2 weeks.
Right.
Take your time. It's okay. I'm just being honest. Okay, so I'm not always that bad, but sometimes I am. Tell these folks, when do you stream? What are your streams like? And do you have any other events or shows that coming up?
Well, my streams are kind of like your daytime talk shows on the radio. We all come in, we tell our stories, we laugh, we hang out, coffees, chill. I'm usually on in the mornings, and then once in a while at night, we do Insomnia Playground, which is just another music and tunes and hangout session.
Nice.
And my next event is I'm doing Fake Facts tomorrow on Artman stream.
I
will be there at 11 p.m.
I love Artman.
I'm so excited. It's going to be fun. I got to watch one of the other shows or one of the other ones. It looked like a blast. I couldn't wait.
It is. And I'll tell you, I couldn't, like, a couple of the laws, I was like, wait, what? Really? No. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're going to be surprised, I think, too.
Most definitely. I can't wait.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. You are thoroughly going to love Artman's show. All right. Well, if you guys have not done so already, please favorite Lucky Charm. I know I'll be going to check her out because sometimes you just need a good little motivational mojo in the middle of the week, right? So
100%.
You stream mostly mornings, you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Lucky Charm, again, thank you. Favorite her. Check her out,
Thanks, you guys.
And,
much love, everybody.
Thank you. All right. Well, I guess that's a wrap, guys. Thank you for tuning into Lessons Learned. I appreciate you. And I hope you all have the best weekend. 3, 2, 1. It's me. Hi guys, welcome. I ain't going anywhere. I just do the, all right, show's over now. I can be my crazy self. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy birthday. Oh God, so many. Have you ever been to her? No, I didn't know she was before today. So I will definitely be checking her out. Well, because you came in the last 2 minutes of the show, what exactly do you think you're going to be? Thank you guys. Be able to learn in 30 seconds. I suggest you tune in about 10 a.m. next Friday, and then you can learn some lessons. Coming about an hour earlier next week. Actually, you know what? I just taught you a lesson. Show up on time. I'm just kidding. I mean, kind of. Set your alarm. Let's go. Peace, love, and chicken grease there, Undertaker. I hope you have a fork and orchid kind of day. All right, so you red people are about to all lose your reds. You're welcome. If I can't have y'all in here for after the shows and y'all be kicking people out, I've had to kick out 2 people y'all didn't kick out today. Fred, I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at T and KD. Because Fred always does the second. Fred doesn't want to get in trouble, but KD and T. I actually said forking orchid, though. Those 2 should have been on it. T, didn't you just say the other day you're waiting to hear fork and orchid, or you missed forking orchid, or something about fork and orchid, and I give you the fork and orchid and then you ignored it? Katie's probably on a work call. So I guess I can really just give you shit right now, T. I got your Friday yelling out of the way. Are we good? Can we move on now? But it's okay. No, he's trying to lower the camera. I see your boobies. No, I don't think so. My bangs are a hot mess today. But I didn't really do my hair because I plan on putting a hat on tonight anyways. And I'm probably going to go take a nap because I didn't sleep very well. Okay, so a couple things that I've been trying recently, guys. NeuroGum. I'm believing it to work. And ladies. Are there any ladies here? Is there any ladies here that care about face care? Because I got some secrets. Okay, or guys that care about face care. Okay, so this little jar of Believe Moisture Cream. It's a rich cream that leaves skin soft and supple, and it does. But it's infused with Japanese camellia and vitamin E. And it has been my favorite morning and night cream on my face. But I've also added once a day before my makeup. This one is from the Dollar General. The rest of it's from Walmart. This is my ingredients, and I've been putting it under my eyes. Okay, here, actually, let me look. It's gonna be rough, y'all, but okay. Like, they're getting better. I know you guys can't really tell, but I don't have any makeup on under my eyes. I done wiped it all off. These little things I put on my face every day this week. Look, there's no puff. And I only slept like 2.5 hours. There's no puff to under my eyes. You guys see that? And don't get me wrong, I have my lines, right? But I'm 4 years old. I'm gonna have some face lines at this point, but this is all I have. I've been wearing these every day for a week. And it's all wrinkled but there's no puff. I have no puffy to my eyes. When was the last time y'all seen me with no puffy eyes? $20 a day. I'm gonna pretend like you weren't just disgusting. Renew is all it's called. But these are $30. Side effects from that. So these have been amazing for my eyes. Retinol and collagen. And it's a 30-day supply for about $30. So I'm paying $1 a day about to make my eyes. But this is no filter and I'm 44. And these are the creams that I've been using on my face. This is $7. This is $6. This is $30. So for about 40